We are now in the month of June. The 2025 NFL Draft is behind us. OTAs have started, rookies have signed their contracts, and everybody's getting excited for football season just a few months away. What better way to celebrate that than to dive into the world of unlicensed football? What's going on, everybody? Tyson from VS Card Hub jumping back in with another rip. As you can see back here, we've got a whole slew of unlicensed football, minus that encore box in the back. We won't worry about that little guy. But we're going to be taking a look all week this week at different unlicensed products, mainly from Topps. We do have the Resurgence and Signature class that came out recently. We're going to be diving into some mega boxes of those. We're also going to do a comparison of the three primary Topps mega box products. Retail products you can get: Resurgence, Chrome, and the Signature class. But today we're going to be ripping a box of the 2025 Leaf Metal Jumbo box. This just came out, dropped at $300. This is the regular one. There's two different versions, or at least a couple different versions. Leaf has their own that you could have bought from their site. It is the red, white, and blue version, kind of like their version of the first off the line. In those ones, they do have the red, white, and blue motif. Cards are numbered to 5 or less. This is the regular ones you get from different online retailers outside of Leaf. These ones, cards are numbered to 25 or less. And they do not have the red, white, and blue, but they do have the metallic or metal design. I've got a few of the different Leaf metal products from years past, and they actually look really good. So, yes, it's unlicensed. Yeah, there's not going to be logos. You know what? Who cares? They're cool cards. You're going to get a lot of autographs. You're going to get a lot of players that, some are still in college. You're going to get high school players. You are going to get veterans. But this is one of the early 2025 releases. So we're going to be able to go for some rookies that just got drafted. See if we can get some of these guys that may potentially be the next big thing. Get some good autographs. If you saw my previous video with the big budget hobby comparison, out of the Leaf, I did pull that Cam Ward back there, numbered 6 out of 6. Numbered to 6, it's actually a Cam Ward dual autograph with Cam Ward and Jim Kelly. It's actually a pretty sick card. So Leaf puts together some good cards. People will get mad about it and stomp their feet, and they're never going to open unlicensed products. Who cares? We're going to open it here. So take a look at it. We are going to get 8 autograph cards, 4 base and parallel cards. Because this is the jumbo box, we are going to get the Jumbo Exclusive Autograph, and we're going to get a Slabbed Proof. So we're getting 14 total cards out of this box. I have not opened any of this yet. I only got one box just to try it out. Pretty much the same as the other stuff that we opened in the budget hobby. We're going to test it out, see how it looks. Without any further ado, I'm going to try not to talk as much as I sometimes do. We're going to get into it. So you can get, like I said, you can get the 2025 rookies out of here. Cam Ward's in here. We can get some Jalen Milroe. You can get Shedeur. Shedeur Sanders is in here. We can also go for some of the running backs. I know Cam Scadaboo is in here. I believe Omarion Hampton, I saw him on the checklist. We can also go for some of the rookie wide receivers. Matthew Golden, Ted McMillan, Tez Johnson. A lot of those guys, we can pull them out of here. You're also going to get your vets. I know Peyton Manning is in here. Patrick Mahomes is in here. You're going to get a lot of guys from like the 80s and 90s that are in here. But we are hunting for those rookies to see if we can get some of those rookie autographs for the 2025 class. So I'm going to try and see if I can do this kind of. Try not to look, but also trying to make sure I get everything out of the box here. I know in some of the other ones, like in the, I think it's the Yeah, okay. So the box is empty. I know in some of the other Leaf products, they'll actually put like the slab rookie or the slab stuff at the bottom. Like they'll bury it under the rest of the cards. So you kind of got to get through the top cards and then try and pull out the bottom cards and do a bunch of origami and stuff. This one luckily doesn't seem like that. So we're going to go ahead and get this out. I'll leave our slab under here. We are going to have our base cards. So we got base card on top. The other cool thing about these is that you can get double and triple autos. So you can get some double and triple autos of the rookies coming out. I believe I saw I think Tez and Tet were on one. I think with somebody else. I can't remember. But I know there was a couple that were like double and triple of the rookie running back or running wide receivers. Ashton Genty is not in this one. So that is one that I did notice not on the checklist is Ashton Genty is not on this one. So without any further ado, I do have these slabbed cards under here. We'll kind of push those off to the side. Let's see if I can do this kind of fancy like. I think we probably already saw him, but there's Haas Henne. First card off the top. Man, that thing's all scratched up. You can kind of see that on there. Haas Henne, that is out of 149. So I believe it must be the autographs that are numbered 25 or less. The base cards are numbered higher than that. Because I want to say when I was looking at these, at least in the advertisements, listings and everything, it does say that it's 25 or less, but that may be 25 or less on the autographs. I'll have to go back and look and see. So there's our second one. We're looking at Jabri Barber. This one's out of 49, 6 of 49. Texas A&M in his freshman year, sophomore, so it sounds like he's a junior. Junior for A&M. Not terrible. So these are our base cards. These are the metal base cards. Like I said, I got a couple already. I do have one of actually Brian Robinson, running back for the Commanders. It's actually a pretty sick rookie card. And there's our vet. I'm a little Brett Favre. So, yes, it doesn't have logos on his helmet. All right, still Brett Favre. You go, Brett Favre out of 149. Yeah, I got a Brian Robinson. It actually looks really good. Really cool card. It's a leaf metal rookie card of his. Yeah, it's probably not worth much, but it's one of those ones that I do like, that I thought was pretty cool. So we got another vet. Have a little Earl Campbell action here. 93 of 149 on the Earl Campbell. These cards, at least compared to the ones I've seen before, they are a little more, I guess, plain. I guess that would be the word for it. Not a lot going on. It's just it is the metal design. So yeah, at least compared to ones that I've seen in the past, like it's just I don't know. Yeah, they're kind of plain-ish, I should say. Yeah, they've got the metal design, but I've seen the leaf metal ones in the past, and they actually still had like cool backgrounds and stuff. I don't know. They just they're kind of there. They are a little bit thicker, but yeah, they just kind of seem, I don't know, kind of plain this time around. I don't know. We'll see what the autos look like. This should be our first auto, and we are looking at a Mark Gronowski. Mark Gronowski. That's actually a pretty cool little green there. Mark Gronowski. First auto, blue. That one is out of 5. 3 of 5. Future QB prospect right there. I remembered I did see him on the checklist. I think I was reading the checklist. I even almost called him a Gronkowski. Saw him on there and I was like, oh, it's a Gronkowski. Nope, it's Gronowski. Next one looks like a blue And we've got Max Brosmer. Max Brosmer, State Pride from Minnesota. That one is that's 8 out of 12. It's actually a pretty cool little parallel. Max Brosmer. I have to look some of these guys up. Yeah, you are going to get a lot of prospects, a lot of guys still in college. You will find the random guys that are still in high school in here that do have NIL deals. So that is something to keep in mind as well. Is you're going to find guys, you're going to be like, who the heck is that? And find out that they haven't even graduated high school yet. We got another State Pride. There's a Michael Tollefson. That's kind of a, like, the last name looks like it could be a Tollefson, but that's a B. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, because that's, I don't know. I'll have to go look up his autographs. Because I mean, unless, excuse me, unless I don't know how to do cursive anymore, that's a B. Or maybe he's one of those guys, he's going by a middle name or something. Interesting. Because it almost looks like a Thompson. Like a Brian Thompson or something. Does not look like a Tollefson. I guess that could be an F. I don't know. Huh. That's kind of interesting. I mean, these are cool parallels. The ice is for Arizona. Or, excuse me, that's New Mexico. Trying to figure out my states here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up his autograph there. Because that looks like a B to me. It kind of threw me off there. It definitely looks like a B. So we've got, next up, DeQuan Finn. That at least looks like the correct autograph. That's a really cool, like this metal. It's like a liquid metal hologram. It's actually really cool. Like the camera actually does a pretty good job picking it up, but like seeing it in person, it almost has like a 3D depth to it. That one is number 9 of 15 for DeQuan Finn. But yeah, the metallic look to it with those hollows is actually really cool. So not bad so far. Like I said, I'm going to have to look some of these guys up. Some of them are going to be young players and everything, people you probably never heard of. This is kind of like Bowman for baseball. You're looking for these young guys that maybe are just coming into college, first or second year in college, about to come out of high school, top prospects, and guys that you can, like Tate Reynolds. Find them and stash them for a little bit. So that's Tate Reynolds, 4 of 7. Looks like he might be either like a freshman or possibly still in high school. But that is a Tate Reynolds right there on the purple. So they all do have like that little liquid metal design. This one does have a little, maybe that's just where the design went. It almost looked like there was a little crease there. Cool one though. Another purple. Let's see what we got. Tawee Walker. I might have mispronounced that one. There's Tawee Walker, number 3. That one's actually pretty cool. Next in line, NIL. Ooh, that is a 1 of 1. 1 of 1 NIL, next in line. That's actually really cool. Really cool design there. I like how they did the next in line, but it's NIL. Nice play on the lettering there, Leaf. Yeah, it's like bronze in the background. That's actually really cool. Yeah, like you can see it on camera, but I'm telling you, like in person, these actually look way cooler. Like they actually have some really good depth to them. Next one, another State Pride. There's Trudez Green. Looks like he's already shortened his autograph a little bit. But there's Trudez Green, numbered at 14 at Louisiana LSU. That was numbered 4 of 12. 4 out of 12, State Pride. Nice little blue Louisiana there. Kind of got almost all these have like little scratches, and that's like just some pack glue. Cool designs though. I like them. So this box was $300 because this is the jumbo. The regular one was $150. This one was $300 at the time of release. If you got the red, white, and blue edition directly from Leaf, I believe those are about $100 more. So it was $250 and $400, something like that. Got 2 autos left here. Ooh, I think I saw that last one. There's Nicholas Singleton, draft bound. I'll have to take a look. That should mean that he was taken. I don't remember the name, but I'll have to take a look. Nicholas Singleton, 1 of 1. So yeah, these are the ones that you grab, sit on them, see if these guys get some playing time in their first, maybe second year. That sticker is way off. You can kind of see that sticker is kind of at a big angle there, heading into space. Maybe that means his draft stock is on the rise. All right, Nicholas Singleton, 1 of 1. Got a bunch of 1-of-1s in there. And this should be our last one. I did see it, and it looks like it's going to be a good one. How about a little Tet McMillan? There we go, T-Mac. T-Mac on the blue ice leaf metal. Show me 7 of 8. Tet McMillan, 7 of 8. Dude should have, he's got a chance to have a really good year. We'll see. It's one of those ones, like I said, get them and get some of these cards and see if they get some playing time, see if they get on the field, see if they get to see the field as some of the young players. Some of them you will have to stash them for a little bit. But there we go. Finishing it off with Tet McMillan. Just like, with the Leaf products, usually the best autographs, they do put them on the back. So the guys up front you're going to get a bunch of, guys you may not have heard of, folks you may not know, may still be in high school, college, and then the best autos are going to be on the back. So this is going to be our Slabbed Proof. So this is, we go Jumbo Exclusive Autograph. Let's see it there. Jumbo Exclusive Autograph, 1 Slabbed Proof. This should be our Slabbed Proof. It is an auto. I do see an auto on it. Did not see who it was. A little Raheem Sanders. So that is Leaf Metal Foot State Pride Mojo Fire. Raheem Sanders, 1 of 1. Ooh, that's cool. So there's your proof. That's the back of the proof there. Has like that the mojo, or if you're in like Tops or something, they call it like the tracks. That's cool. Raheem Sanders State Pride. That's really cool. And this is a beefy slab too. Like this is, I don't have one handy. I was looking around. Let's see if I had a Beckett slab. This is almost like a Beckett slab for how beefy it is. Like this thing is thick. Sweet. So there you have it. There's our 14 cards. Should be our 14 cards. We got 2 there. Let's count them out. Make sure we didn't get shorted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 10 plus our 4 base cards. Yep. So there it is. That's our 14 cards for Leaf. So we got our Nicholas Singleton. That one is a 1 of 1. Trades Green, 4 of 12 on the State Pride. Taway Walker, Taway or Tawee, I apologize. That's 1 of 1 on the NIL. Tate Reynolds on the purple. That one is numbered 4 of 7. Daquan Finn, 9 of 15 on the silver. State Pride, Michael Tollefson. That doesn't look like an M. It looks like a B. I'm going to have to go look up his autograph. 3 of 10. Max Brosmer, State Pride, 8 of 12. And Mark Gronowski, not Gronkowski, but Gronowski out of 5. So, Leaf 2025 metal, not bad. Like I said, is it worth $300? It really depends on if those autos pan out, if some of these guys get some playing time, if they get drafted, if the guys that did get drafted, do they get playing time? That's the big thing to see. Like I said, it's a lot like Bowman, where people buy Bowman because they're prospecting for Major League Baseball. So it's much along the same lines. As far as the cards look cool. Like, the cards look really good. The base cards are a little bit plain. I will say that the base cards are a little plain compared to designs I've seen in the past, designs that I have. But the autos look really good. Like, this design with the liquid metal on the autos looks really good. Like I said, it looks even better in person. So I'm gonna go look some of these guys up. I need to go see who some of them are. I do know Tet McMillan. The rest of them, probably NIL guys that are still in college. I know the one guy looked like he was at least still in high school. Anyways, that's 2025 Leaf Metal Football Jumbo Box. Pretty much the first 2025 set that is out there. Make sure you check out the eBay. I'll leave a link down below. Any of these cards that do end up out there for sale will probably end up on eBay or in one of my Whatnot live streams, selling some singles. Usually try and run those at least once a week. Swing on by through there, check out the eBay. Appreciate you stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time.